Alright guys, what I have here is a Texas blue giant fig tree. I bought this online last year. I don't remember the name of the place, but I did a search online, and the only place I had it at that time was a nursery out of Florida. So I had it shipped to me. We are well into spring now, and we need to plant this. This used to be a brown turkey fig. Unfortunately, they don't do well here in East Texas. At least I never had any good luck with them. As soon as it dips down into the 20s at night for any length of time, they seem to die. Okay, they freeze up and die. But the roots, they'll still keep sprouting out of the roots. I can't keep doing that every year. You don't produce any fruit that way if the tree dies every year and then re-sprouts out again. So I'm going to pull this out and plant it with this blue giant. Now the fig trees that do work good here is my what is it? The Violette du Bordeaux. That is way at the other end there, and that's doing very well. In fact, that did so well last year that it just produced a bunch of branches out of the ground. It looked like a bush. But what I did this year is I went as far as I could down into the root system and cut it off, and it already had roots in it. Put them in water, and I've been giving them to friends and stuff like that. And I'm going to probably plant a couple of those around here. But that and my Black Mission, they seem to do okay. Although I did have a small one die. Sometimes it just gets a little too cold here. But the brown turkey figs, these are the ones that they usually sell around here in the nurseries. And it's just your common fig. And they just don't do well. So we're going to take this out and plant this Texas blue giant. If you're not familiar how I plant trees, I do it the Ellen White method. It's a method that they used back in the 1800s, the late 1800s I think it was. It's quite a lot of work putting one in. You got to cut out or dig out a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot deep hole, and then amend the soil and put like an air pocket down at the bottom of the hole, like you can get a pot and put it upside down. I used a what do you call it? A drainage PVC pipe or corrugated drainage pipe, and I put it in a circle and I taped it up on the ends, dropped it down in the hole. The first third, you got to amend the soil real good. Put a foot of that soil in there, and then a layer of rocks. Then put another foot of soil, and then amend the soil, the rest of the foot, the third of the hole, up with different amendments like manure and rock phosphate and other different, a little bit of sea salt and minerals and things like that. Lime, leaf mold would be really good. After amending the soil, then you can put your tree in. And a lot of my trees took off with that method, especially the fig tree. They just, man, ate that stuff up. And they grew like crazy. But unfortunately, they can't handle the cold. So I'm gonna, hopefully this is a little more hardy, cold hardy than this turkey fig, and we're gonna see how that does. So let's dig this out. I might be able to actually pull this out. It was only in the ground a year. No, I'm gonna have to dig it. Produced a lot of roots. There we go. I think we're out now. Alrighty. Yeah, you know, I could probably plant this somewhere else. But you know what, like I said, if this is going to die every winter and resprout again, it's not worth it. Alright guys, I took my fig tree out of this pot here. It doesn't have much of a root system because when I got this last year, it was still dormant. And it was in like a little pot, about that size. And I put it in here, and it just woke up out of dormancy like a month or so ago. So not much of a root system, so I got it packed here in dirt. The dirt fell apart when I took it out of the pot. Here we're a little too deep. I want to build this up a little bit, and then put the fig in it. So I mixed up a little bit of dirt, compost, and horse manure. That's what I have here, so that's what I'm going to use. All right, that's a little better. Now, just open it up here a bit. And fig trees, you gotta be careful. You don't want to disturb the roots too much. They're very sensitive. There. And remember, whenever you're planting any tree, usually when you buy a fruit tree, it's grafted. Meaning that they use some type of, let's say a peach, they use some type of rootstock, some kind of peach, and then they'll graft whatever peach you're buying. Let's say it's a Dorzano peach or something. They'll graft it onto there, and then the peach will grow. When you plant it, make sure that part that's grafted is sticking up, you know, out of the dirt, and don't cover it. All right. Well, that looks pretty. All right, guys. So now, only thing I have left to do is put the mulch around it, put a little fertilizer on there, and we will be good to go. All right guys, I have here an organic fruit tree fertilizer. It's a 355 on the NPK. You just want to sprinkle some of that in there. There we go. And then I'll push back those chips, the mulch around the tree. In fact, I need to put more mulch here, but this is good enough for now. Alright, now we'll just give it a good watering. Alright guys, that is about it for this tree. Just going to give it a good watering. And this year, can't expect much, just a lot of new growth. And the roots to start growing out, of course. And then, if not this year, but next year, hopefully we can get some fruit off this tree. But we will see. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that will alert you to a new video I put out. Thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next video.